Hey everybody, welcome back to another exciting episode of the Stash Report from the Stash Project. Today is February 15th, 2021, President's Day. Also, my son's birthday, so happy birthday to Jackson Thomas, who is the big 8 today. 10 more years to go. It's a 3-day weekend for us here in the United States. So hopefully, if you have a job that entails you getting a 3-day weekend, you're enjoying your day off. We have one kit announcement, I think, and then some model kits that have come out this week. So the kit announcement is from Platts, who are doing a reissue, Japan reissue of the new BMW 320i touring car. And this is going to be another one of their adding window masks to the kit thing that they've been doing to a lot of the new kits in the last 8 to 10 months. And so just a reissue of the kit, same as it's always been, just with the window masks. Also, we're seeing that Rege model, the Czech-based decal provider, is going to be doing a Rally Portugal, what they're calling missing decal set for the 1/20th scale Tamiya Fiat Abarth 131 rally car. So for people that were looking into that, but were a little meh about the fact that that didn't actually include any of the rally specific livery around the placards, tire sponsors, tobacco liveries, and things of that nature. There will be a set of decals coming out for those probably, I'm going to say, next month, more than likely. It might be available directly through Rege themselves at this point. I think I saw the print of them on Facebook, but they're not actually available, like, in the places that sell their decals, like Spot Metal and stuff like that. But you may be able to order it directly through them. It tends to be a little bit cheaper that way too. But with COVID, it's kind of hard to tell whether or not they can ship stuff to to where and to when, as it were. But yeah, so that's going to be coming out there. Also for people who are interested in that new McLaren MP42C, the one that has the 2 Marlboro liveries, the normal red car and the one-off Marlboro Lights yellow car. Studio 27 is going to be doing a carbon fiber decal sheet for that car. Again, it's like 90% new compared to the original MP42 and MP42B. So the carbon fiber that they originally had done for those kits doesn't necessarily fit the new car. There is some carbon fiber, of course, with the detail upset for that kit, as we mentioned when it came out a few months ago. But for all of the carbon fiber kind of thing, you can probably augment it significantly with the Studio 27 set. And again, that'll be out later in February, beginning of March for folks who are interested in that. So let's take a look at the kit releases this week. We have one domestic kit release, and it's basically the last kit from January from round 2 at this point. And it is the MPC Torque Trike. So number 5 out of the 6 Torque Trike series. This was a completely different named vehicle in the past, a completely different liveried vehicle in the past as well. There was a licensing issue with the name and the decals, of course, because licensing rules all of the roosts at this point. And so you get the kit back with a new set of decals and a new name. And otherwise, the kit itself is pretty much identical. Glass in this, which really, in this case, is the rear window glass of the little weird scorpion body thing that's going on there, and the 2 headlights are available in clear as well as orange and purple, as has again been the case with a lot of these trike kits. They've had the glass in 3 different pieces. There's decals to do a bunch of different things in here, so it's a huge decal sheet, not only just what you see on the box art, but several other options as well. And for people who are collecting these trikes, the 5, this one and the one that's coming maybe in April, I'm going to guess, might be in March, certainly not going to be February, are the two of these that were not reissued in the past when those other 4 were. So now we're treading into the haven't seen them since the 1970s era legitimately. So that's I guess pretty exciting, I would assume, for the folks that are collecting those. Then the other kits we have are overseas. We have some Aoshima this month, or this week rather, as well as some Hasegawa. If you hear some screaming off in the background, it's President's Day. My kids don't have school today, so they're causing a racket. Let's go with the Hasegawa stuff first, because that's the easiest, I believe. We have some rally kits, and we have some regular streetcar kits. So first up, we have this, the 1997 Portugal Rally. I believe this is a 6th place finishing Subaru Impreza. So you get a new resin rear spoiler with this kit to accurately represent the rear spoiler that is on this particular kit by 1997. This body style was about 3 years old, so it's a privateer team, and you do have to paint the two-tone light blue, dark blue yourself. I did figure that would have been a decal, but upon checking the decal sheet, it is in fact not, and you will be painting that decal sheet. Beyond that is the normal Hasegawa Impreza, where it has, you know, the seatbelt material and the little PE sheets and things like that. It appears that the rest of the kit pretty much matches the kit, or matches the real car, and then the spoiler was added for effect. Then you have this, the reissue of the Lancia 037 in the Griffon Privateer 1985 European rally car stop, and this is the Rally Catalonia, I believe. Let me look at this. Yes, Rally Catalonia. This is the winning car from that race. This is a more famous Lancia livery. The S4 ran this livery later, as well as I believe that one of the post Group B Deltas also ran this SO gold and black livery. Fun fact, if you think it's fun fact, this car was run by the son of the team owner, and he won, so he actually did a pretty decent job in the asphalt rallies of the time. The rear wheels of this do not match the rear wheels in real life, although I believe they would match a new set of wheels that Dakokas just put out for the Delta S4. I believe those rear wheels are the same rear wheels. I'm not sure that within the Dakokas system whether or not the front wheels would also fit this 037, because the 037 ran a stagger set of wheels. They were 16 in front and 18 in back. And but it is a source for that sort of steel speedline wheel that's in the back there. I believe that that's the same wheel. I'd have to take a little bit closer research before I can say for sure it is, but it certainly definitely appears to be. And so that's an option. Again, you do need to replace the rear wheels if you want to build it completely accurate to the real car. And then we go into the street cars here. We have, first up, we have the reissue of the Datsun Sunny pickup. And this is the Nissan service car livery. You do have to paint the tritone here. They did not even include the decals for the rocker panels on the bottom in the blue. So if you are painting the tritone, the only decals in this that are additional to what would come in a normal Sunny kit, in sense of the license plates and gauges and badges and things like that, are the Nissan logo and then the Japanese wording on the bed. Otherwise, it is an exact duplicate kick out of the 1975, I think it is. I can't see my kits from here, but I think it's just the 1975 body style Nissan Sunny. And then lastly, from Hasegawa, you have this modified reissue, this time of the 1989 Toyota Corolla 11 AE92 GTZ late version. I see a box top and I'm writing words across it. So you get new bumpers here. You get a new rear spoiler, obviously the hood with the big scoop in it. Actually, both of those things are new. They didn't just add a scoop to the old hood. The new hood, the hood is new as well as the scoop. It has a new steering wheel. I think there's a couple of little bits and pieces here. Obviously, may not be obviously, but the clear parts are new because new bumper, new headlights, surrounds, new taillight surrounds, new taillight back, new headlight back. So basically, the front and rear fascias are significantly different. This was a supercharged car in real life. Obviously, curbside doesn't matter, but that's sort of the gag of why this car is significant. It was a major upgrade over the previous earlier versions, at least in the street trim. The wheels are actually the same as one of the two options that came with the early version of the kit, so no new wheels there, but otherwise it is probably about 2.5 sprues of new parts there for folks that are interested in that. And then we go over to Aoshima, and again, all of these will just be restocks, and a couple of these might actually be the new kits for this month kind of nonsense, but at the same time, they're not really, because they're all reissues, because that's what Aoshima does anymore. First up, you have the RE Amanua FC3S RX7 in its RE Super G format from the Tune car lineup. And then you have a reissue of the 94 Nissan Skyline GTS 25 Type M in the two-door. I thought this was going to reissue the four-door one, but apparently it's reissue the two-door one, so there you go. There's that. Just slightly not quite a GTR Skyline. And then you have a reissue of, this is like one of the new kits, if you will, for the month of February, and it is the Nissan Laurel C34 from 1993. This is the, not next generation, but most of the Laurels that you see Aoshima reissue are C33 bodies from the late 80s, early 90s. This was the next generation that came after that, and this comes as either, let's see here, one's a club medalist and the other one is something else. Let me see if I wrote down what they are. It is the Club S or the Medalist. Okay, so the Medalist is the top car there with the beige car, and then the black car on the bottom is the Medalist. It is the more sporty version, if you will, or the Club S rather. It's a more sporty version. Really, the only difference between these two kits, with them all, is the wheels are different between the two. The Club S gets a spoiler, and then the hood ornaments are different between the two. The Medalist has more of a traditional sort of stand-up hood ornament, and the Club S gets a flat one because, aerodynamics, you go. This last time this kit was out was 2008, so it's been a little minute since we've seen this kit the last. Otherwise, it is sort of one of those catalog specification kits we talk about with Aoshima, where this is a very, 1990s Aoshima kits weren't basic curbsides. At that point, they had gone into a more modern manufacturing era in the sense that they have some stuff engraved into the chassis, but most of it is separate. It's not motorized. The interior builds up like a platform with the side door panels and everything like that. So it's a pretty decent kit in that sense, but it's also kind of a very specific thing. Like, you really got to want a C34 Laurel to want one of those. And then we also have new this month, if you will, added to the list, is the 82 C31 Nissan Laurel. So this is 3 generations prior, really. But 2 generations prior to the C33 that we always see out. Last time this was out was 2011 in a Best Car Vintage GT box art. It is pretty lumpy bumpy because it is an old motorized kit. I think this is another old IMEI tool. All of these were pillarless hardtops, so that's why the windows look weird in the box art there. I don't believe there's an option to actually do that with the windows, although I think the instructions did call out something about trimming the windows, so that may be what they're referring to make it look like the box art car, but you do get like full side windows as you normally would. And very basic box art, a very basic car kit in the sense that it is early 80s motorized Japanese model kit. So there's that if you're interested in such a thing. And then we also have a reissue of the Nissan Skyline GTS Type M R32. This is a 4-door reissue. This does come with the engine insert, and the GTS-Ts were basically 4-door GTRs. They were not all-wheel drive like the GTRs are, and obviously there's a second door back there, but it definitely gives you that GTR flavor with the front hood with no grill and all the rest of that sort of thing. But that kit's back out there. It's been around for ever. Very basic chassis on that, but like I said, it does come with an engine insert. And then last two here, we have the top secret tuner version of the R34 Skyline GTR. Just another rerun of that kit. It's been around longer than we've been doing this show. And then the other one is the Car Boutique Club AE86 Sprinter Truno Toyota. And this is basically the race car kit that they made, only with street tires. There was a set of, and it's a different hood in this than the race car, obviously, because it's got the carbon fiber sort of open hood element thing going on there. But they made a race car version of the 86 because those ran in Group A for a little bit in the very, very early 1980s, and then they ran in a underneath sort of called Trophy Touring, I think it was basically, or Junior Touring, Junior Trophy, something like that, that ran underneath of normal Japanese touring as sort of a support series. And so they made, I think, 4 of them altogether that have liveries on them. And those kits have not been out for about 15 years or so. And this is sort of much like the D1 Grand Prix cars, where they take the D1 Grand Prix kit and then don't put a livery on it and then reissue it with street tires. This is the same thing with this. This is a race car, different hood with street tires. So, it's something that's been around again forever. These Trunos were tooled up in 2006, so this has been around for, a while. But it is back out again for folks that are interested in that. And let me check through here, and I believe that, guys, will wrap this one up. So, again, we hope you had a great weekend, and we'll see you guys on the other side.